Good morning, everyone. Well, you're looking at the new lower kitchen cabinet, which will be housing or holding the stove, as you can see there, and the ice box. Let's take a closer look. All right. So what you see here took me a whole day to build, and let me tell you, it is built good, but I still have a few things to add. I have to put, obviously, the top, which is all of this, is going to be covered by the countertop. And then right in this area, it's going to be a small sink. And then I'm going to have a small cutting area or counter space, a huge counter space. And then down in here, I can't do too much with this area because there's going to be the sink, and the sink takes up the whole area, so I'm just going to block this off. But from here this way, I'm going to have one large drawer, which I hope works out good. As you can see here, I have not closed up the side because I wanted to show you how I had built it, how it was made, and this thing's holding it up. And I see that it looks like my pieces holding up the stove are flexing just a little bit. I'll have to check that out. But anyways, down in here, there is a door there that goes there. I'm building a door. But as you can see, I don't have a whole lot of space because the fender well is there. So the fender well, and then back in here, you can see that it's not a whole lot of space because the ice box takes up that empty space, and I have to make sure that I have room to run pipes, any electrical, things like that, and it's not a whole lot of space. I've got maybe 4 inches back behind here. So anyways, and then this whole area from the floor all the way up to the top here will be covered solid piece. And then this little area right here, as you can see, it's going to be a small bench. And if you didn't notice, I'm sure you did though, I started to enclose the front. And that is because I have to build that bench, but I have to take into consideration the curvature, which is right in here on both sides. And then another bench goes right in here. So that'll be the dinette right in there. And on this side, underneath this bench, is going to be the water tank. And on this side, underneath the bench, is going to be the battery and the inverter. So there's not a whole lot. And then there's the entry. Entry's right in here and right here where I'm standing. So it's not a whole lot of space, but again, that turns into a bed. And then up here, above these windows on both sides, it's going to be a small cabinet from side to side for some storage. And now again, from right here above the stove and sink, and it's going to be a cabinet right up there. And that's a relatively large cabinet. I don't know if I'm going to go as big, but it's going to be relatively big. And it's going to be placed right above it, so it's not going to take up any more extra head space. And then the last part for me to close up is going to be the back end. I will eventually close that up, and then there is a gaucho type of couch bed that transforms the back end. And underneath that area, which is about 2 of those squares or triangles, or excuse me, diamond shaped, it's going to be all storage. It's all storage, so that'll be accessed by this side, and I'm thinking about putting an access panel on this side, which would be really not a hard thing to do. Not a hard thing to do. So that way it can be accessed from both sides. Alrighty, just so you guys know, it's an update on what's going on. Ooh, there we go. The lighting in here is hard. Very, very difficult because there is none. So then I gotta start running some wires as well. I gotta get this thing closed up on the outside and the elements. I'm having to cover it up all the time, every day, and taking its toll. Anyways, so far so good. Everything's looking good. I recovered some of the sagginess. I was able to fix some of the sagginess. Actually, I lifted it up pretty well. You can see that right up in there. All of this has been lifted. There are a little bit sagginess here and there, but we are gonna be able to hopefully live with that. But it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. So we're doing good. And I gotta find some trim pieces, things like that. Just a lot of little things that need to be found and taken care of. Alright guys, talk to you guys later. Hope you like what you've seen so far. Bye. Well, hello guys, another day. A little more work getting accomplished here. I think I showed you guys this already. But now I've got the climb up in here into that trailer. Oh, stove in there. Stove's in there, nice sized. It's even. You guys can see that. Underneath, again, like I said, there's going to be a door there, and basically that door is just going to be for storage of any type of whatever needs to be put in there. I finished up the cabinet as far as beautifying it. I guess you guys can see that I did some routing work right along the edge there and all the way around, and then right there in the center, right in there. Let's see, wrong way. See if I can get a better look at it. Anyways, so that's covered up. There's no hole there. Then the drawer. I finished the drawer. Check this out. Get me nice. In and out, nice and smooth. But I am thinking that it's going to need something to keep it closed while traveling. So it's going to have a handle. So I'm thinking of maybe just putting some Velcro right along here, and then on the inside portion of the lip on both sides. Little Velcro, that way when it closes it sticks, and it also has a cushion, and it won't open unless you pull it. So that's good. Refrigerator you guys saw. But what I'm going to show you guys is what's underneath. Oh, up here on the sink, I've nailed the sink down. I screwed it in place. So I'm getting all of this stuff finalized, because once I screw that cabinet to the wall, it's not coming out. At least I don't want it to. And I'll just cover everything up on it. So that sink sure did come out good. It's the original sink that was in the trailer when I got it. Same with the stove, and they are beautiful in comparison to what I started out with. If I have the opportunity to put in the sink prior to what it looks like before I cleaned it up, and same with the stove, I will put those pictures in. Okay, now what I'm going to show you is the side view. Let me get down in there. And so this is the drawer. As you can see, I put a glide on there. See, nice glide, and it keeps it from going all the way out. Then there's the sink. And then this is the back part of the refrigerator, or I should say ice box. And so this gap right in here, that gap right in there, is where I'm going to be drilling some holes and dropping down any type of hoses and stuff and wires that may come in. I'm going to have a pump wire and a 12 volt, couple of 12 volt lines coming in. One for the exhaust fan that I'm going to have over the stove, and the other one will be for turning on and off a water pump, because I was planning on putting a water pump in. And then way in the back, you'll see that it goes all the way back out, and then you can see this light right there. That's where my drain water is going to go. My drain, I'm going to have a gray tank. I'm going to add a gray tank, and it's going to go all the way underneath the back bed, and it's going to be located in the back side of this trailer. And that's what that's going to have. So this is the back side of the trailer. I will close this up once I'm done with all my wiring and stuff like that. So close up the drawer. So little by little, guys, little by little, and I'm going to show you something else right now. Oh boy. And that right there on the floor is the front piece. It's going to be hanging right here, and it also has the window. You can see the framing there that I have going across. It's a big window that goes across the front, and so that's in place as well. I'm just waiting for this glue to dry, and once this glue's dry, I'm going to hang this piece back up, and we will be good. So anyways, this is what my front yard looks like when I'm working on the trailer. And got scraps and sawdust and old cabinets, and unbelievable. But it's coming along little by little. Baby steps. But as I said before, it's taking shape. Alright guys, talk to you guys later. Bye.